Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I get these last girls in real quick. And I know more people will join in as we go, but I just want to make sure everybody's muted and just try to. I know sometimes you're on your phone and you accidentally hit it, but just so we know, everyone kind of. It's just because it creates an echo, even if you're sitting in a quiet room by yourself. Anything makes a noise, and I don't know. It makes the recording all weird. So I just want to make sure we have this right. Okay, got the recording, got everything done. I want to be punctual, so we're gonna start. Okay, so we love our Thursday lunch and learns. If you're new, welcome. We're glad you're here. We come here every Thursday at noon, other than like holidays or seminar things like that. There's a Facebook group. It's called Lunch and Learns. This will be put on my YouTube. It'll because I know Zoom. If you don't have the right little just perfect, the recordings are hard to grab. So we record it. We shift it to YouTube, and it's just my name. It's just Jennifer Enlow. That's how you get it. But I will post it only in the places I've been posting. I love y'all so very much, and I don't want you to ever think I'm just denying that. It's just I cannot post the recording and the information in 5,000 different locations. I mean, I can. I'm just not gonna. It's just too much. It would take me a couple of days for that. So I just can't handle that in my head. So I just want to welcome all of you. If you are new, we love you. This is for anyone in Mary Kay. If you just started your business, if you've been in I don't care. I'm million years. You're a national. You just like the ink could still be wet on your agreement. I do not even care. This is for everybody. And so we're so excited. We have I'm going to go to you, Jodie, and spotlight you. So if you need it different, you know what I mean? Like, you know how to change that, right?
Yeah. Yes. Got it.
It freaks me out if I'm spotlight. That's why I always say that. Because then all I do is look at myself and be like, oh, my hair's messed up or whatever. So I can't focus on what's supposed to be happening. And so I have to take it back to, so if you're new to Zoom, go in the right-hand corner. It'll say view and it'll have gallery or whatever. You can look at speaker mode where it's just Jodie's beautiful face, or go to gallery where it's like the Brady Bunch. So just put it on that if you need to. But I have the honor and privilege to have our beautiful Jodie. She's so gracious. And the month of June is crazy right now, right? Does everyone kind of feel like you're running like mock Tim with your hair on fire, but feel behind? I mean, I'm like, good Lord, this is crazy. We have so many opportunities happening right now. And so, Jodie, I got to see her twice this week. I'm so excited. So one of my dearest friends, she is the cream of the crop, top of the top. You're going to see a lot of Jodie. I'm going to hear a lot about Jodie as she's moving up to the ranks. She will be a national sales director. She's doing phenomenal things. Her people are, I mean, anytime they roll in deep. It's amazing to watch. And girlfriend, I love your guts. I love everything about you. You're incredible. You're exactly what Mary Kay wanted when she said, these are the women I want in my, in my company. Oh, sorry. Let me mute someone. I'm going to get it. Hold on. There's a few of them that are unmuted.
No worries.
I'm going to mute you. Sorry.
There you go.
I thought about everybody, but we must have had some more join. Sorry. But you are the real deal. And I just love you so much. And I appreciate you so much for taking your time today to do this for everybody, because you didn't have to, and you chose to, because it's for the whole Mary Kay world. And this truly is just a act of true heart and kindness, ladies, when these women, these speakers get up here and they're going to take time to train you and give their time, because can't we all agree that's the most valuable thing we can give right now? And so, Jodie, I appreciate you, my friend, and I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to let you take over, girl.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. I so appreciate you. When you reached out to ask me, I just felt so honored to be a part of this. I'm just so grateful to be spending this time with you guys. First of all, congratulations for showing up today, and just being here and plugging in, whether you're doing this live or you're watching the replay later. You have chosen intentionally to have yourself be poured into and be surrounded by that positivity and big thinking. And we all need that in our lives. And a lot of us don't have that in our regular day-to-day lives. And so to show up for this is a really big deal. So I'm just really proud of you guys. I love interaction. I love comments. If you guys want to blow up the comments, do that. If you ask a question, I may not see it right away, but we can do that at the end. And I love faces. So I don't care if you're like still in bed in your pajamas. If if you want to turn your camera on so I can see your beautiful face, I am all about that because I love seeing faces and just getting to interact with you that way. So just show up as you are, and I'm grateful that you're here. So, and I'm just looking at the time, Jenny, just to make sure we're good here. So there are, as I was thinking about what do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? It's June. You guys are chasing after big goals. You probably have some big goals on your heart. So what do we need? What do we need? And whether what I say today is something that you need today, or you need it next month or next week or next year, I hope that you get something out of it. So 3 things that I want to talk about. So 3 points. Okay, we're going to talk about setting yourself apart. Okay, what is the legacy that you're leading? We're going to talk about taking the step. What are you resisting? And then collecting people, bringing people with you. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is setting yourself apart. Like Jenny said, you all belong here, whether you have a goal for national, whether you're a brand new consultant, whether you are just doing this for extra money, whether you're just doing this, and I don't even like the word just, to be honest, whether you're doing this for the community, regardless, you belong here and you're building a legacy. Whether you like it or realize it or not, you are, and that's such a beautiful thing. So what are you building? What are you growing into? Now, just a little background for me. So growing up, and some of you might relate to this, I was always told, Jodie, you're just too nice. You're too kind. You're too thoughtful. You need to toughen up a little bit. You need to harden up a little bit. People are taking advantage of you. I heard that my whole life growing up, and every single time I tried to not be too nice or too kind or too caring, I felt like I wasn't being my authentic self. I didn't feel real. It felt wrong to me to not be who I truly was, but I had heard that my whole life, whether it's my friends or professional world, at school, whatever it was. Um, and it wasn't until I entered the world of Mary Kay where it was actually okay and encouraged and valued to be too nice, too kind, too thoughtful. So maybe that's not your personality, because we're all different. We're all designed to be exactly who we're supposed to be. Maybe you've heard your whole life, you know what, you're just too driven. You work too hard. You want too much. You think too big. You're too unrealistic. You're too outgoing. You're too this, you're too that, right? And we start to question ourselves. Well, maybe I shouldn't be those things because they tell me I'm to this and to that. Well, you know what? This is a place, y'all, where we get to drop those 3 letters, TOO, and we get to embrace with all of our might exactly who we were designed to be. And so setting yourself apart to be, you're not too nice. You are authentically nice. You are not too hardworking. You are authentically hardworking and exactly who you're supposed to be. You are not too outgoing. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. You are outgoing, and just claiming that out loud and living your life out loud for who you were designed to be, and not letting the naysayers define who you're supposed to be and how you are supposed to live your life. So taking, like I said, that word TOO out of your vocabulary and living out loud. I want you guys to set yourself apart. When you walk in the room, I want somebody to say, I do actually want them to say, oh my gosh, there she goes again. There's Nancy. She's too hardworking. There's Nicole. She's too kind. There's Nanette. She's got too big of a vision. And I want you to claim that and say, yes, I do. Yes, I am. Now, this is the thing. When we are authentically who we are meant to be, it does not give us permission to not grow, to not better ourselves, to not evolve, to not change, to not learn something new. It just means we can continue to build upon who we are authentically designed to be already, becoming better versions of ourselves. So I want you to set yourself apart and define what that legacy is that you are building for you, for your family, for your future. So that's number 1. Number 2, I want you to voice out loud, what is it that you have been resisting in your business? And I want you to take the step. And I actually would love for you guys, whether I can see your pictures or not, I want you to put in the chat, what is it that you have been resisting in your business, whether it's out of fear or convenience or your situation? What have you been resisting for whatever reason? And you're not going to resist anymore, and you're going to take that step. What are you resisting? Now, as you guys are putting in the chat, I'm going to tell you a little story about my history. So prior to Mary Kay, I was an elementary school teacher. I absolutely love kids still to this day. Everybody thought I was crazy, and I just absolutely love spending my days with 38 and 9-year-olds. It was a dream for me. I loved it. I loved my job. I loved getting to pour into those kiddos and connect with the parents and just see the change over the course of entire school year and get close to them and just learn who they were as humans. I found myself, though, after a lot of money for a master's degree in elementary education, after a lot of time invested, I found myself in a place where my situation around me had changed. It wasn't the one that I started with. I initially was in a situation where I had a great boss. I had a great principal and assistant principal that they challenged me, but they were also grateful for me, and they appreciated me, and they recognized my strengths, and they weren't afraid to call me out on those, and praise me for those. I was in a place that was just a positive work environment, and I felt like I could again be my authentic self and teach well. Well, fast forward a couple of years, and I see you guys are putting what you're resisting in the chat, and I so appreciate that. And I want you to write it down too and voice it out loud. I found myself a couple of years, or several years, I guess I should say, into my teaching career, looking around and saying, oh my gosh, this is not what I signed up for. This is not where I want to be. I had found myself in an environment, and usually it doesn't happen like all at once. It's usually slow. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, where am I at? An environment of negativity, of competition, of I want my test scores to be better than your class's test scores because I will look better as a teacher, instead of let's all work together for the betterment of this entire school and community. I found myself going through 7 years of pay freezes and being stuck at a third-year teaching salary when I left after 10 years. It was a stressful environment where you just never felt like you could do enough, and they were always asking more, and I was taking stuff home every night and every weekend, and I just felt like it was never going to be enough. Have you ever felt yourself that way? It doesn't matter what I do or how much I show up or how long I show up, it's just never going to be enough. And I just felt like I was continually falling short. I found myself in a place where we wanted to start a family. We were getting older, but we couldn't figure out how to fit into the chaos that was life at that time. I was depressed. I was sick all the time. I was exhausted, not just tired, exhausted all of the time. And I didn't have that joy anymore. I had been building my business through this for about 3 years. And I had the moment where I realized what I had been resisting. My husband and I were looking for a new place to live. And we were in our old home. It was nighttime. I remember it. We were in our tiny, tiny, tiny little master bedroom by the window. And he looks at me and he goes, Jodie, even if we look for a new home and find a new home, we can't enjoy it if you're dead. Now, that's not how my husband speaks. And he didn't really mean it, but he did. There was so much truth to that statement. I was barely surviving. I was no longer thriving in my life anymore, but I was resisting the change because it was scary, because all growing up, this is what you did. You graduated high school, you went to college, you got a good job, and you stuck with that for life. And there's nothing wrong with longevity. I hope I'm in Mary Kay for the rest of my life. But when you get to a place where you are no longer thriving and you are merely surviving, right? There's a song about that. You need to identify, what are you resisting? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to grow into to change your situation? And I knew that I had to let go of my family's expectations of what I was supposed to be doing for a career. I knew I had to let go of my own expectations of what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life for a career. I had to let go of the societal norms of why would you leave the quote unquote security of a paycheck every month and benefits. I was resisting that change because I was afraid of what would happen next. And I was afraid of what other people would say. I was not following step one. I was not being genuinely who I was supposed to be. I had to identify I was resisting because of what was I unwilling to give up? What was I unwilling to sacrifice in order to change my story? So I want to have you guys ask yourselves, what are you resisting? What are you denying yourself? Because of your resistance and your unwillingness, what are you denying your family? What are you denying your friends and those that are around you because you are not willing to take the step? So we need to be who we are genuinely, and then we need to be brave and bold and stop resisting and take the step. So I want to ask you guys, what is it that you need to take the step into today? What are you resisting today? Are you resisting booking appointments? Are you resisting showing up to meetings? Are you resisting building your team? Are you resisting sharing this opportunity and getting into your red jacket? Are you resisting doing that thing that's scary because you're scared and you're afraid to grow? Because what if? Are you afraid of that success and what could come? What are you resisting? Now, Jenny and I were at a lunch earlier this week, and one of our friends, you might know her, I'm going to give her a little shout out, Carla Planton, said this quote. And honestly, I don't even know if it's her words or if she just said it, but it was really, really powerful. And she said, find a vision that is so powerful that when you talk about your vision and live out your vision, it's with such clarity and belief that it's like as if you were living in the past. So stop resisting, gain that clarity, and start living your vision as if it's already in the past and it is already done. Number three. Collect the people. Isn't that what Mary Kay wanted for us, to bring people with us? Right? She even brought people herself. The number of women she built in her first week, month, year in business is extraordinary. And look at what we have now, where we're at globally, not just in the United States. We are not designed to do this alone. Sometimes when we take the step, we're taking the step alone because we're taking a step away from what others are unwilling to do. But then it is our job to reach back and find who we're going to bring with us on this journey. I want you guys to put in the chat, why did you start your Mary Kay business in the first place? Was it extra money, flexibility? What was it? Why did you start this in the first place? Go ahead and put that in the chat. I want to see what y'all have to say. I started for a little extra money. I started for coffee money. I felt that as a hardworking teacher who was already working another part-time job tutoring in the evenings on the weekends, I deserved somebody to make me a nice frou cup of coffee every single, or not, I wish it was every single morning, at least one morning a week. That's what I was going to give myself. Mary Kay to me equated that slush fund for me. Extra money, discount, flexibilities, community. That's what I'm reading. The thing is, we usually start for one thing, but then we stay for another. If you were to quit Mary Kay today, how has it changed your life? How are you different today? Maybe you started for money, but because of this opportunity, how are you living your life today? What has this business done for you? to raise your own children and build a business at the same time, to be around happy women? Who has better self-confidence, self-advocacy because of this business? Who has deeper, more meaningful friendships because of this business? As I was planning the training today, I started flipping through the notebook that I was writing in here, just because I was like, okay, what is on my heart? What do I want to talk to them about? And I didn't realize it, but I think this was during COVID time. I had started taking really detailed notes of everybody I shared the opportunity with and what they wanted out of their life, what they were missing, what this business could do for them. And I wanted to read some of these because these are true and real and valid from real people. I want a savings account. I want more books and plants. I want money for books and plants, right? Let's see here. What else do we have here? I want to take my family to Disney. I want to get out of debt. I want to go on vacation, travel. I want to spend more time with my grandkids. I want to take them with me and go travel. I want to save. I want to pay off student loans or any other loans. I want to invest in my future. I want this business because it's going to allow me to go back to school. You guys, I'm reading dreams of real people. I want to travel. I want to remodel my house. I want to spend more time with my children. I want to save. This is the thing. When we choose to be a collector of people and when we choose to take others with us, those dreams can be realized. And honestly, a lot of dreams that they don't even know that they have are also realized in the process because I was willing to take the step 9 years ago to become a sales director with Mary Kay and leave my teaching career that I thought I was going to be at for the rest of my life. We now have one beautiful boy. He's 7 years old, Caden, and I get to spend my days being a work from home mom, and I don't miss out on anything. When he has a field trip, I'm the first to volunteer. When the school needs something dropped off, I'm the first to volunteer. I get to go in and do reading groups and volunteer in the library and be present. I'm not stressed anymore. I am surrounded by visionaries and dreamers. I am a different person than I was when I said yes to this opportunity 13 years ago. Yes, you guys, this is my 13-year anniversary. So I want to ask you, who could you collect today? Who could you go out and collect today? Who could you turn back and reach your hand out and bring them with you? We all deserve to be a part of this incredible opportunity. Now, somebody asked what that quote was. I believe it was the vision one. Let me go back and find that for you guys. Vision is talking with such clarity and belief that it's as if you are living in the past, meaning it has already happened. Vision is talking with such clarity and belief that it's as if you are living in the past. It's already happened. You're already there. So, Mary Kay Consultants, what are you going to do to set yourself apart and build your legacy? What are you resisting? And are you willing to be brave and bold and take that step? And then most importantly, are you going to take others with you? I'm going to leave you with this, this little phrase here. It says, don't ever dim your light to match the darkness that surrounds you. Distance yourself from those who feel you are too much. Perfect for today in our message, right? Don't suppress the magic you have bubbling beneath the surface to please those who undervalue you. The right souls who appreciate your energy will enter your life and make you forget about those who took you for granted. Until then, glow as brightly as you can. Blind those who made you feel less than special with your light. You deserve all the love that you so willingly give to others. Thanks so much for joining me today. Thank you, Jenny, for inviting me. I'm so grateful.
Hold on, I can't get my unmute thing going. Oh my gosh, I love that. So powerful and exactly what we all needed, right? To run this race. Some are like, oh gosh, I've been here to stay. I feel so far behind. I'm like, no, girl, we got plenty of time. There's plenty of June left. It does not matter what you didn't do yesterday or the days before. What matters is what you're going to start doing right now to run hard and run this race. And girls, don't just think to year end, think my new year, my new life, my new normal, my new different. That's important because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, oh my gosh, Jodie, it was phenomenal, just as good as Tuesday was. I love you so much, my friend. It's amazing. Does anybody, I'm looking at the chat real quick just to make sure we didn't miss any questions or anything. Um, Real quick before we go, and we'll get the recording out to everybody. Again, you have to give me 24 hours, just how it is. I love you. Love all your faces so bad, but just how it has to go. Anybody want to have a question for Jodie, or I don't think I missed any in the chat. Or go ahead, friend. I see you.
Hey there, ladies. My name is Nanette. My director is Sandy Cook. And I've been a little down, had a little health issue. But Jodie, what would you suggest? Any books or audio books or anything that you would suggest if we're kind of like in the dumps and we need to just kickstart ourselves? Is there anything that you would suggest?
Oh gosh, so many. And I'm somebody that's like, I have a hard time pulling that information right off the tip of my tongue. Hal Elrod's miracle equation is phenomenal. There, I'm looking behind me to remind myself what the name of it was. The breakthrough code is phenomenal. The traveler's gift I love because it tells it inspires you through different stories and experiences, which for me is really powerful. So I love that. The traveler's gift is also another really, really great one.
I
You
love
got
that.
this, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Jolly asked, or Jolie, I'm not sure, Jolie, right? Asked how, where I got the quote. It is by Esther T. I don't know. I just have this whole folder of inspirational closes and I found that today. So Esther T, I don't know how I can get it out to everybody. Jenny, is there a way to attach it to the YouTube or?
You can take a picture of it and send it to me.
Send it
And
to
when
you.
I post
Okay.
the recording, I'll put it in the comments.
Okay. Okay. You can also reach out to me and I can, Jodie Collins, if you want to find me, and I'm happy to send it to you as well.
Yes.
Anybody who's
Well,
on here. Yeah.
I just appreciate you, my friend. You were phenomenal. Exactly what we all needed. Ladies, I don't know about you girls. I'm ready to go run. Let's go sell some product. Let's go sell some bundles.
Do it.
Let's max everything out. I mean, I don't care if I sleep at all in June. I can sleep in July. It's fine. I might be asleep when the fireworks go off at 4th of July, but who cares, right? When the goal's met and I'm celebrating, who cares? So I love you all tons. Thank you for joining in, making this so much fun to do. And we will not, well, no, yes, next week we have one. It's the following week. We don't have one on the 20th, but just we have next week and then the last Thursday, just so everybody knows, because I travel on the 20th, so I won't be around. I'll be on an airplane. So I love you all. Have an amazing Thursday.
Thanks, Jenny.
Bye, ladies.